Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to look into list and the methods of the list in Python. And this is R. Arunakritika, Assistant Professor. I am going to vividly explain about list and its methods in Python. Now let us see the introduction of list. Lists are ordered, mutable collections in Python. Lists can store multiple data types such as integers, strings, floats, etc. Defined using square brackets. That is, lists are defined using square brackets. You give a normal variable, equate it using the equal to operator within square brackets, comma separated values. We ensure it is a list of items. Let us see the characteristics of list. Lists are ordered elements maintaining insertion order. Lists are mutable, can be changed after creation also. Indexing supports positive and negative indexing. So indexing is meant to locate the items using placeholders. List can also contain another list inside it. So nested lists are also possible in Python. Now let us see how to create lists. So as shown here, when you give an empty square brackets, we call it a list, empty list. Here is a list with values 10, 20 and 30. So there are 3 values in this list. Python also helps us to create mixed lists, that is list using different data types. So as shown here, the first element in the list has an integer, second element has a string and the third element has a float in it. So this is how we try to introduce nested list, that is list within list. Now let us see how to access list. So accessing list using index values, that is indexing. So name of the list, now index 0, this gives the first element. When it is mentioned with a negative indexing like -1, it gives the last element. And if we go on with -2, this will be the last before element and it goes on. Now slicing of the list. Now if we need to take 2 or more elements from the list at the same time, we make use of this slicing in indexing. So here my underscore list, this is the name of the list we have created. Now within the square brackets, we give 1:3. So this gives a sublist of items. Now let's see how to add elements to the list. So append x. Append x is a method which adds elements to the end of the list. And insert I comma x, that is insert is a method that allows to insert an element x in a position I. The position can be 0, 1, 2, etc. whatever it is. And the element x holds the actual value of the element. So insert is a method to add elements inside the list. So extend is a method which takes one parameter which helps to add multiple elements in the lists. Now let's see what are the methods that help us to remove elements from the lists. So remove of x, which removes the first occurrence of that particular element x. Okay, if you have a multiple element of the very same x inside the list, remove x will help us, it will facilitate us to remove the first element from the list. So the next method is pop. Pop of I. There is I is the index of the element that has to be popped off. The third method is clear. Now clear is a method which helps to remove all the elements from the list at a stretch. Now how to search elements in the list? Index of X. So indexing. Okay, again we find this indexing. Return index of first occurrence. So if we have X several times inside the list, the first occurrence of list from the 0th positional value will be retrieved. Now count of X. Now counts the occurrence of X. So how many times X is there in the list will be counted, and the count integer number will be returned by this method called count of X. Then membership X in my lists. So this in is the membership function which helps us to search whether the item X is present in the list. So sorting and reversing. Now let's see how to sort and reverse the index elements. Okay, so there are few methods that helps us to do these things. Sort is a method which sorts the list in an ascending order. Sort reverse equal to true is a method which takes the parameter value reverse equal to true. That means this method sorts the list in descending order. And reverse. Reverse is a method which also reverses the order of the lists. Now how to copy one list to another? Let's see. Copy of a method called copy which will copy a which will take a copy of the particular list. List of original. List creates a new list. Okay, list, the keyword actually list with an open parenthesis having values inside it will create the list as such. Now let's see what is the difference between copy method, that is a shallow copy, versus deep copy. So shallow copy creates an copy reference, okay, object reference of nested objects. Okay, and as against to it, recursively copied all list objects will be found in deep copy. Okay, this is the major difference between shallow and deep copy. Okay, there are more built-in functions related to list. Let's see one by one. Length of list, so which gives the number of elements present inside the list. Maximum of list will retrieve as the largest element from the list. Minimum of the list will give the smallest element from the list. Sum of list, so this will, if at all we have supplied a numerical method as a list, numerical data inside a list, the sum method will add up all the values in the list and return as the value. Now advanced list operations. List comprehension, that is when we try creating a list, we try to write like this: x potential exponential of 2 for x in range of 5. So this means the list is going to have the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and its square values also respectively, that is 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. Okay, nested loops in list comprehension. This is the nested loop in list comprehension. We can try to combine two or more lists using the method called zip. So these are some of the advanced list operations that can be performed. see some real life examples where we can actually apply the lists using Python code. Okay. So sorting students' names. Now, if we have a database of student details, we can use the list to sort the names of the students and also manage shopping cart items. And handling data sets in Python can also be done using list. So these are some of the real life examples using list. Now to summarize up everything, lists are versatile and widely used in Python code. Methods allow manipulation, searching and sorting. List by and large is essential for Python programming. Hope this video would have been useful for you. Thank you.